Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda, and I'm the Migraine Crafting Diva. And on this channel, I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of migraine enlightenment. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And today's migraine fact is, some migraine symptoms include head pain, nausea, vomiting, and sensitivity to light or sound. Which I actually have all of the above that I mentioned. So now that I have given you that migraine fact for today, we're going to go ahead and get started with today's video. For DIY number one, I have some skewers from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use some of the Waverly Antique Wax to darken them up. I will also be using some of the die cut butterflies and some of the butterfly stickers from the Dollar Tree. So basically what I'm going to do is take the butterflies and glue them to the skewers, and I'm going to make my own little butterfly picks. And that is going to be it for this DIY. Really quick and easy and simple. I hope you enjoy it. And of these, this is going to be a Dollar Tree video, and all of the majority of the items do come from the Dollar Tree. So let me know what you think, and we're going to go ahead and get started with DIY number two. So moving on to DIY number two, we're going to start off with these planter boot that I purchased from Target, I think back in January sometime. They were $5. I purchased two of them. And then I have some of the mineral Waverly antique, I have the mineral from Waverly paint. And then I also have the country gray from Apple Barrel. And I'm also going to be using some of the sandstone from Semi-Coat paint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mix the three different paints together to create a cement look. And I'm also going to add some of the baking soda to add some texture to the boot planter. And then once I have everything mixed up and have the color and texture that I want, I'll go ahead and just start using the little paint daubler and just start to dab it on all over the planter. And once I have the first coat on, I actually think I believe I put 2.5 coats on just to make sure that it kind of had full coverage. And then once I did that and I let it dry, I went back and then I added the Waverly Agave and the Waverly Moss paint. And what I did was I just I actually kind of just combined them a little bit. So I put some agave on one side of my plate, and then I put the moss on the other side of my plate, and then in the middle I kind of just mixed them up a little bit. And then I also added some of the baking soda to give it some texture. So once the gray was completely dry, I went back and I added the Waverly and the agave and the moss paint to just a couple areas on the boot planter to I wanted to have it look like it was concrete, but I also wanted it to have a little bit of texture and a little bit of color. So once I did that, I went back and then I let it dry some, and then once it wasn't completely dry, I went back and I used the Doppler and I kind of just I dabbed it all around, and then I decided I didn't really like that, so then I kind of just used the Doppler as a painter to kind of just paint it on. And then once I had that done and I had it the way I wanted it, I went back and I added some more of the gray paint mixture onto the boots, and oh my god, they turned out so nice. Yeah, I can't wait to use those. I actually have them sitting in my fireplace right now. They look so good. So once I had that done and the paint was completely dry, I ended up taking some some faux plants, some faux flowers, excuse me, from the Dollar Tree. So basically, I have some yellow flowers, I'm not really sure the name of them, and some greenery from the Dollar Tree, and also some lavender that I picked up from Dollar General. And I went ahead and put the faux flowers or plants into the planters. But before I did that, I had to go back and I put in some trash bags and at the bottom of the planters, and what I plan on doing is adding some rocks to the bottom so that they'll be more sturdier and they won't tip over, because I actually want to put them outside by one of my doors. I'm not really sure which door yet, but I'll kind of decide once I start to put my wreaths and everything up outside my house, and then I can decide where I'm going to put them, or maybe I just may put one at each door. I don't know yet, but so once all of that was completely done, I went ahead and like I said, added the flower arrangements, and then I also took this cute little bee that I purchased from the Dollar Tree and I added that to the side, so it looks like he's hanging on to the side of the planter. I believe they're called I believe they're plant holders is what they're called, but they're really cute. They have some at the Dollar Tree and they also have some at Dollar General. So I do have another DIY that I used the ones from Dollar General in, and actually it was going to be in this video, but this video was entirely too long, so I went ahead and just split it into two, so that'll be in the next video. But here I am just kind of painting everything and putting it how I want, and I'm going to go ahead and add those flowers and add the bee to the side, and that's going to be it for these planters. I hope you like them. These are actually this is probably my favorite. Well, no, let me not say that, because I think the next one is actually my favorite, or actually they could all be my favorite, but yeah. And I'm also going to take DIY number 1 and add that to DIY number 2, so you'll see what I'm going to do with those butterflies when I'm at the end of this DIY. So yeah, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get ready to move on to DIY number 3. Moving on to DIY number 3, our last and final DIY. Here I am going to use this ribbon that was given to me by one of my friends, and I'm also going to be using one of the Floral Garden brass wreath forms from the Dollar Tree. And what I'm going to do is just wrap the ribbon around the wreath form, and I'm going to just use some hot glue. And I will just say that this part kicked my butt. It took me 2 days to do this. I don't know how to wrap this, but I kind of just started doing it, and then I kind of got tired of trying to wrap it around. Then I ended up cutting a lot of the ribbon off to make it easier for me to wrap it around, and it still just took 2 days. It was just a lot. I just didn't yeah, and it just didn't feel like it was going very well, so eventually I finished it up, but I just started cutting off little pieces and just wrapping it that way. So here I am showing you the finished wreath form, and then I'm also showing you some of the die cut butterflies from the Dollar Tree. And look how cute those are. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take the butterflies and I'm just going to place them onto the wreath form. So the reason for putting the ribbon onto the wreath form is so that the butterflies would adhere better to the ribbon than they would to the wreath form. So here I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do them, and then once I figure out how I'm going to place them, I'm going to go ahead and just start hot gluing them all around. And yeah, that is going to be it for this DIY. I mean, it's going to be, I think it's cute, but it's going to be really quick and easy. And I actually thought when I found the butterfly die cuts back in I believe last July when we were in Ohio. I thought is, and I had an idea that I was just gonna use them as a wreath, and I thought, oh, that'd be a good idea, not knowing that yeah, there's lots of butterfly wreaths out there. So, but yeah, I guess that wasn't, well, to me, I thought it was my original idea, but apparently it's not. But I don't think, but it is different from the ones that I have seen. So with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to place my butterflies onto my wreath form. So the teal ones are the ones that I actually purchased here in Florida, and then the orange ones are the ones that I purchased in Ohio when I was on vacation in last July. So here I'm just placing them on how I want them, and once I have that done, I'll go ahead and start hot gluing them, and that'll be it. Well, actually, no. I'm going to also add some gold ribbon at the top where I left that little space to be able to hang the wreath form. But when I went to go hang it up on my door, I actually did not like the gold. So I think I'm going to just take that part off and take that ribbon off, and then I'll just hang it from just that little piece where I left it open at, because you can barely see it anyway. And then I also went back and I kind of folded some of the butterfly wings so that it gave them some definition instead of looking flat. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite. It looks, to me, I think it turned out so good. Yeah, I absolutely love it. So yeah, so with that being said, this is going to be it for today's DIYs. And once again, my name is Tawanda, and I'm the Migraine Crafting Diva. And I would like to thank you for spending your Sunday with me. And if you like what I'm doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And I would just like to say thank you to my subscribers for watching my videos on Sunday. And if you're new to my channel, I would like to thank you for stopping by today. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it. And I hope you have a blessed day. And I will see you next Sunday. Goodbye.